What's up everyone, Sean here, and welcome to this video of the Hawke Talks, where I talk about any topic that comes to mind, whether it's gaming or just something, whatever comes to mind. Today I really want to sit down and talk about two gaming franchises that have been, finding it on the market for all of us gamers. They want that money really. But anyways, it's that's of course Call of Duty and Battlefield. Both big shooting first-person shooting franchises that have been going at it for many years, and in the market especially. They recently released both of their trailers for the big upcoming game, Call of Duty with Infinite Warfare, and that called COD 4 Remastered Edition, and also Battlefield 1 from yours truly, developed by DICE. And I gotta say that this has been quite the interesting little bar fight, really. What's going on with between the two, and it's pretty unanimous right now, and that really goes to Battlefield, and I can kind of agree with that because of the way they're approaching a certain battle, which is World War One. Is it really an alternative version of World War One? Or is it pretty legitimate? They're trying to stick it true to World War One. Trying to make it as much as possible, without making it boring, stuff like that. Keeping it true, especially with all the biplanes and the big clunky tank that you've seen, and just and all the melee weapons and what have you, so on and so forth. When it comes to these two, it is, I will say that, first off, it is kind of unnatural to compare these two. It's kind of like comparing, it's like comparing two different sports, baseball and basketball. They're both sports, but, they both kind of just different. Or, another comparison you can make is, and this is from Gamma. He said that, it's, kind of like comparing Zelda to Devil May Cry, just because they're both adventure games. Zelda tends to be more of about the puzzles and just it's just a different kind of adventure game. Meanwhile, Devil May Cry focuses just on the action portion of adventure. That's why you see Dante as this really cool character, and then Link is like the more heroic, majestic, like this very stoic, silent guy, really, who remains kind of neutral as he ventures forth. But for the purposes of, because they are kind of finding it in the market, I guess it is, in a way, makes sense to kind of compare these two, whether I want one game or the other or not. And right now, I think Battlefield 1 does look pretty promising, really. It's just a matter of seeing more of the gameplay, see how it really plays out, how the game feels. Really, we've only seen just a snippet of the actual gameplay, what we're gonna really see here, instead of the in-game engine kind of cinematic shots, really. It's always there's always a case where it's kind of just spice it up a little bit for the sake of the trailer, to make it really look good, and meanwhile it just turns out to be a mediocre product. But I do have my hopes. They are taking a different route. Really, they're going back, but no one has ever covered World War One quite like Battlefield 1. And first off, the name is kind of ridiculous, but hey, sometimes you gotta do something a little weird on the market just to get people's attention. And World War One is the way it's being done when it comes to that. But putting that aside, I do want to see this flourish. I do want to see the campaign for it. Really, I'm curious, just from looking at the trailer, and it seems like they're emphasizing a lot more things that haven't been done as much in other Battlefield games, like the melee portion. It looks like we're gonna see more melee weapons, such as a sword, the spiked grenade club thing. I don't know. It does look like a potato masher grenade, but it's it looks like it may be a spy club for all we know, but you can use a melee as a melee weapon and nonetheless. And I don't know. I just want to see more of what are the game's mechanics really. Hopefully, it does not turn out to be like Battlefront, where you just have to pick up random power-ups or whatever, and just go a little mindless there. Really. Hopefully, it kind of just sticks to its guns. Remains like Battlefield 4, but better. Especially during that launch of Battlefield 4, which was a disaster for myself and a lot of people really. And I really would love to see it just see it online. I believe it will be good because Hardline was not bad, and Battlefront, excuse me, definitely did not deter from netcode performance and stuff like that. The online portion has been really great. It's just the game mechanics has been dumbed down to the point where it just becomes boring and mindless. So hopefully Battlefield 1 does not turn out that way. I still have my hopes up as of right now, and just really love to see more from Battlefield 1. Now, when it comes to Call of Duty, this is quite a different story. As I said, the unanimous vote for right now is Battlefield 1. This is coming from a guy who used to love Call of Duty. I started from Modern Warfare 2 actually, rather than Modern Warfare or COD 4. I actually went back to COD 4 just to see the story, and funny enough, people say that COD 4 has the best online multiplayer experience just because of how simple it is, how grounded it is, and how compact. But it's just a nice, thrilling experience during its time, and people are still playing COD 4 to this day, I believe. Just those dedicated people are just sticking to their guns and really wanted to see another Call of Duty that is COD 4. Well, Activision and Infinity Ward have their answer, and that's the remastered version of COD 4. And it does look really good, and I would love to see it in person. I don't know, maybe at E3, I don't know, but nonetheless, we are getting a remastered version of that. I do love to see it on the PS4 nonetheless, and of course the actual game that's being announced, Infinity Warfare, it's kind of just being shoved to the side really, despite them going to space. It's like the new gimmick for this game. They're going to space, and sadly enough, this game already has more space battles than Battlefront. That's like a joke that I kind of put up there when it comes to Infinity Warfare versus Battlefront. But putting that aside, when it comes to Infinity Warfare itself, it's like another Call of Duty game to me, featuring futuristic warfare. Personally, I've grown. I don't want to say, I hate futuristic warfare. I would not like to say that. It's just, I've kind of just like, whatever. It's nothing thrilling, but at the same time, it's like, hey, what if Infinite Warfare turned out to be a great game? It's just, some of the things around it kind of ruined it. And the big controversy going on with Infinite Warfare is that the fact that the COD 4 remastered version it's bundled to Infinite Warfare, and the only way to get that is getting the bundled version, which is the Legacy Edition, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's a really bad move on them, and I really felt like they should have just sold this game alone. Really, if it turned out to be like Advanced Warfare in terms of sale numbers, then it should have been fine. It makes them enough money to go to the next thing. And I don't see going to COD, remastering all the Modern Warfare series into one collection would be a big problem for them, just because all I had to do is just balance out the gameplay for to today's standards, and of course upping the graphics, changing around. I just really would love to see Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 along with Modern Warfare 1 remastered together into this one remastered collection piece thing, kind of like what Kingdom Hearts has been doing with their remixes, their HD remixes. I've been really happy with them, the way they turned out. You know, they put 3 games in there, or 2 games in one cinematic experience. And same with 2.5. They have 2 games and then 1 movie compilation. So I kind of felt like that Activision / Infinity Ward could have just taken that sort of approach, to make things easier on themselves in terms of how much hate they're just receiving right now. It's like, why do we have to get Call of Duty 4 just by buying, Infinity Warfare Legacy Edition? Because that cost is going to cost $80. So a lot of people are thinking, oh, I have to pay $80 just to get COD 4. It's like, oh man, it's just really bad it's a really bad move on them, really, in my opinion, because it seems to me that this is a mark of the beginning of the end. It seems like to me, it's like they can't come up with any other ideas anymore. It's just futuristic warfare, just jumping around, and it's kind of just becoming like Titanfall / Halo with the space battle, and I guess Star Wars as well. And we haven't even really seen the wall running in this trailer, so I don't know. It might be a thing in the next trailer. Who knows? But if it's just gonna be all about the double jumping again, it's just gonna be like Advanced Warfare, and we all know how Advanced Warfare turned out for a lot of people. And I actually, I myself found Advanced Warfare to be fun at first, but it just wore off really fast. And unfortunately, Black Ops 3 just turned out to be the same as well. It's really sad for me, really. I kind of feel bad for Call of Duty, and it just really sucks to see something like this happen. I don't know. I would love to see Call of Duty kind of do things a little different, but I guess future warfare is just on their mind. I would just love to see more of World War II, really, to be all honest, or I don't know, take things back a bit. It's just the fact that they actually just went as far as, oh, you can only get this game through Legacy Edition. They just want that money, but because of all the Call of Duties they've been pumping out every single year, and people are saying, oh, it has 3 developers now, but it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that they come out every year. It kind of just drying us out, really, and people are just getting tired. It's just now to that point. A lot of people thought that oh, Call of Duty is gonna get better and better and better, and all that stuff, and they'll never get people tired. And at one point, I even thought that myself when I was younger as a Call of Duty fan, and I always kind of just bagged on Battlefield for what they do. But I don't know, man. I kind of see myself being slowly converted into a full Battlefield fan, really. I did like Battlefield 1942 a long time ago. I played the hell out of that on the Mac, and that was a really good time. And and I just kind of just lost my interest after that. So I kind of just hopped onto Call of Duty after so many years of just no FPSs for me, really. And I had a good old grand time with each Call of Duty, but after Black Ops 2, it kind of just dwindled down, really, with Ghost and Advanced Warfare, and then Black Ops 3. I thought Black Ops 3 was going to be a promising one, that it will put me back into that Call of Duty mood, but unfortunately, that's not the case. I haven't really touched that game ever since one of my streams. That happened a while back. In November, I believe. And it kind of sucks, really, again, because who knows? I mean, Infinite Warfare may be a pretty good game, but because of the way they're doing things with Call of Duty 4, people are gonna hate on it. And so far, the trailer for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare is getting way more dislikes than the likes right now. Of course, this isn't the first time they've released Black Ops 2, and that got a lot of dislikes, and the game turned out to be pretty good. I really love the game mechanics for that, but unfortunately that was plagued by pretty bad netcode. But even with that, I kind of kept going with it because I love the game mechanics for that. But like all things, it's just kind of died out really. But hey, that's their fault, and I am actually gonna get the Legacy Edition because I am curious about both Call of Duty 4 Remastered and Infinite Warfare. I do want to see it for the story mode. It's just, my inner Call of Duty fan is like, just screaming like, "You gotta complete the collection, you asshole!" I've started my collection ever since Modern Warfare 2. Of course, I got myself COD 4. Kind of to really help myself start that collection, I guess, of all the modern Call of Duties. Even I got War That War. So that's just the kind of Call of Duty fan I am. It's like I kind of bash on it, kind of like the others, but I'm also curious myself. I just buy Call of Duty just to fulfill my curiosity, really. And I just want to see how things turn out, whether it's bad or good. And the same was for Black Ops 3. I was curious about the campaign at first, and when we were playing one controller co-op for that series, it was, just a really bad drag. Really, it just, oh, I don't even want to talk about it. It was just bad. That's all I gotta say about it. That was probably the worst Call of Duty campaign I've ever played. Really, ever. So, but yeah, hey, we'll just have to see what happens in the future for this game. Infinite Warfare. We really have to see what other trailers will reveal for both Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So that's just kind of my piece on it. Right now, I do have my high hopes for Battlefield 1, unlike Infinite Warfare. Really, it's just kind of like a just this really bad but fitting name at the same time for this title. Infinite Warfare. It's like these games will never stop, and that's just one of the biggest weaknesses that Call of Duty has, because it's just it just dwindles on the innovation, and just like we gotta pump out these Call of Duties. It sucks, and they're gonna suffer the consequences because they put out these games year by year, and they are gonna have to bite in that shit sandwich, and we're probably all gonna take a bite of it, including me, just because I'm super curious. So that would be it for this video on Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. If you have any comments about either two games, whether you're excited or not, please leave it down below, and don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. If you want to continue to see my videos, it really helps out, and I highly appreciate it. Really. So that's been the Hawke Talks on Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, along with the COD 4 remastered version, which is the only way to get it is the Legacy Edition. So get ready to spend $80 if you really want it that bad, like me. So it's gonna suck. But anyways, I'm not talking about COD 4, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Sean out.